NFL Sunday Ticket is now on YouTube and YouTube TV, which means that you can stay close to your team even if you don't live in their town. Like, maybe you're a Raven who married a Seahawk who got a job in the land of the Falcons. With NFL Sunday Ticket, you can watch your team's out-of-market Sunday afternoon games no matter where you live, because you shouldn't have to change teams even if you change towns. NFL Sunday Ticket, now on YouTube and YouTube TV. Go to youtube.com/presale to get $50 off.
Terms and embargoes apply. Offer ends 9/19. No refund. Subscription auto renews.
This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game. It's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae.
And this is our house.
Welcome to the House of Hockey podcast, episode 130. I'm one of your hosts, Breezy.
And I'm your other host, Rae. And my background looks a little different if you're tuning in on video or you see our social clips and you want to know where the hell I am. I'm in a city where there is no hockey.
Well, yeah, there is no hockey there.
Anymore.
But
there was once.
There was one. Yes.
I am in New Orleans. And I am here for work, and it has been fantastic.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Well, I knew you were in New Orleans, so I made myself a Sazerac. That's how you pronounce it, right? Yes.
Yeah. Sazerac. Yeah.
Sazerac? Yeah. So I made one for you.
Thank
I
you.
was
I'm
going to
gonna
sip.
cheers
Whoa.
with my water.
Well, look at you. I had one for the first time, obviously, when I went to New Orleans, and it was so good. I had to learn how to make it. And then I remembered you were traveling to New Orleans, so I was like, I gotta make one to make sure I feel like I'm with you right now.
I feel like you're here. You would love it here. You would love this city.
Yeah, it is awesome.
You would love everything about it. I just know. And you would be eating your heart out like I have been. And I mean, honestly, the first day I was here, I ate so much food. I ate like I was never going to eat New Orleans again in my life. And I ate all the foods I needed to eat in one day, which was not wise, but also I knew I was going to be pretty busy, and the likelihood to get into some of the places I wanted to go, I wouldn't be motivated to. So I shoved it all in my belly, and I couldn't have been happier.
So where's your favorite place again? I forgot.
To eat?
Yeah, in New Orleans.
Oh, girl, you can't just have one favorite place to eat in New Orleans. That's not a thing. That is not a thing.
Favorite dish?
Well, I really wanted the traditional Creole. So I went to this place called Coops, Coops. It's in the French Quarter. And it's like a hole in the wall bar, but they serve the best jambalaya, gumbo, fried chicken. If you want that real Creole food, you go there. It's no reservations. It's super small little place off the path. And so I went there. I had my jambalaya, and I had, who's knocking on the door?
I'm sorry, my brother-in-law's fixing our shower because I broke it last night, so.
I was like, who's knocking on your door?
No, he's fixing the shower. It broke a couple weeks ago. It was the little thing you turn, and it's really hard. And 2 nights ago, I turned it, and I was like, this isn't good, man. This isn't good. It made the weirdest sound. And then I was like, I gotta take a shower really quick before he goes to bed. So I was taking a shower, right? And the water kept getting colder and colder and colder. And it's I get out and I called him. I was like, I think I broke the shower. I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh.
So he came in. We couldn't shut the water off. It just got stuck. So he got the stuff to fix it, but it's been kind of a lazy Sunday. So
yeah,
he's fixing it now. I told him, I was like, I got a call. I got to jump on right now. And he goes, okay, I'll be quiet. But if you hear something, I'm sorry. It's okay. He's just trying to fix it because we got a shower over here, guys.
You do. And yeah, I was like, oh, I thought maybe is somebody knocking on my hotel room? Oh my God. No, that's not happening. But
food doesn't come that quick.
No. The I also had beignets, which is something I wouldn't normally get like when I come
Mhm.
here, but I haven't been here in so long and I was craving them. I ate all 3 giant beignets and coffee, and then I went out to dinner and had a full meal and dessert. And so, yeah, but it's there. I don't have a favorite place. It's just like there are like 10 favorite places I would want to go
Yeah.
to. So,
You want to hear something really funny? So
yes,
when I went there, we went and got beignets. What's that place called? I'm
Cafe du
terrible.
Monde.
We went there.
Oh, I thought for
Exactly.
some reason you hadn't been here. That's why I said you would love it here. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no,
Carry
I've
on.
been there once, but I do need to go again because I was with people that I was with like a group of like 15 to like 16, 17 people that
Yeah.
I only knew one person. And I was sharing a house with them. That's when like I flew to Atlanta, then drove to New Orleans, and then
Yes.
drove back to. So I need to go with like people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
It rhymed. I don't know why that made me stop. Anyway, so we were there, we were eating beignets, but that was like a night, like the next morning after our first night there. So we were like zonked, right? Like I didn't even want to be there at that exact moment. And it's really crowded there at
Yeah.
all times. So like you kind of have to like wait for a seat, but like seats come up quickly. And fun fact, I was there the exact same time Bella Hadid was there. Super
Random.
weird, for weird and random. But I just remember like I was sitting there, my friend Lucas was like across the table from me, and people had like left beignets there. So he was eating them before like ours came out. And then ours came out, and like I grabbed one and then I put it down on a napkin, and I like reached over and I grabbed what was next to me and I started pouring stuff on top. And he's like, Jesus, why are you pouring more sugar on top of it? I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. It was bad. I don't even know. I poured sugar on top of it. I didn't need sugar. I don't know why I did that. I don't know.
I don't know, but definitely I don't advise adding sugar to the mounds of powdered sugar that are already on them. But,
No, you
do
actually
whatever you
choke.
want. Yeah,
You'd like choke on the mounds of powdered sugar that's on top of it.
you do. Like when you take a bite, it like gets stuck and turns into like a paste in your mouth. But that sounds like gross, but it's actually like amazing. So,
It's
like
delicious.
it melts.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you hear my nephew screaming behind me, he is raging at his video game.
Got it. I hear it. I heard some yelling and I just
Yeah,
wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm fine. So I got my brother-in-law working on the shower right here, 2 doors back. My nephew is rage quitting at Siege, so don't
Okay.
mind me over here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm in New Orleans and I'm a little bit of a zombie today, but we are gonna put a great episode together. We put a great episode together for you. We
Yeah.
decided to do something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'll get through all of these. Maybe we make this a two-parter, but
Maybe. Or maybe
I
we just kind of crush through it real quick.
all right, let's rapid fire. Breezy came up with this idea to do sort of like a sort of look at the league at this current moment and do some highs and lows as far as like players, teams, best, least talked about, not talked about enough,
Mm-hmm.
overrated, that kind of thing.
Right. Inspired
And
by the Spotify Wrapped that comes out at the end of the year. We kind of put our own little play on it. Obviously, I was trying to figure out if we can do something like regarding like our episodes that we've done, like most talked about, but then like that's just too much for us. We don't have the proper equipment to do that. So
no,
we're just gonna go off of what we think as far as the league. So should
yeah,
we kick it off?
yep. Most
All right.
overrated player. I've got,
Who
probably to no one's surprise, or maybe Seth Jones of the Chicago Blackhawks. His lack of consistency. He's was minus 37 with Chicago last season and minus 18 with the Blue Jackets before Chicago got him. He was injured a little bit earlier at the beginning of this season, and we are paying him so much freaking money that is not worth it. And I don't think anybody thought it was worth it at the time. And now I'm stuck with him for like 20 more years.
That's not good. That's really not good.
Overrated. Who is your pick?
You know, I this one I'm kind of like wishy-washy on. I kind of wanted to say Steven Stamkos just because like I'm tired of hearing about the Tampa Bay Lightning, but he's still producing. Um, Most overrated. I'm gonna go with I think it's maybe because I haven't been watching a lot of the Blue Jackets, but I'm gonna go with Patrick Laine. I feel
Oh,
like I'm
whoa,
just
people
like
love him.
people do love him, but I feel like it's just like I feel like you don't hear about him enough when it comes to like his like play, and it's probably just because like I'm not like a Blue Jackets fan. Like I don't hear a lot of stuff, even though the Kings are playing them right now. So now I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't be saying that because like he just scored 2 goals last season or last game, but whatever. So I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm probably gonna regret saying that. Probably don't clip this as a social clip because I don't want to get ripped to shreds, but there we go.
All right. Most overpaid and underproducing player. I picked Johnny Gaudreau because he's underproducing quite a bit right now. He's at a -3 for his over like under. He had 82 points though in Calgary. Like he ended on such a great season. So is this a team issue? Is this like, figuring out new groove in a new team? Or is he really just really overpaid and not producing right now? That's it.
Right.
That you could argue that also for Seth Jones too, and
Yeah.
maybe Patrick Laine, but that's what I'm picking.
Right. Yeah. Tyler Sagan, enough said.
Yep. Team,
That's what I got.
what's he? 13 million?
Dude, highest paid this year.
Yeah,
Over
13,
over
8.
Connor McDavid.
It's bananas. Not okay.
But hey, he's got
Least,
the abs, so it's fine.
yeah. And the girl and the fiance.
Yeah. And the dogs.
Way to go, Segs.
Way to go. Way to go. Anywho, team least talked about. What do you got?
I've said it. I'll say it again. I'll continue to advocate for them, even though they are division rivals, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
The Minnesota Wild. Least talked about. Such a great team. They're only in the news right now at this point in time because of Reeves heading there. They've really got something special happening there, and they're a fun team to watch. And I'm going to stick with that.
You're going to stick with that. You know, I like that. And not to mention, Ryan Reeves just got traded over there. We talked about that not that long ago. And I was thinking, I would love to have a hockey hug from Revo. I feel like he would just give such a good hug. And I sent you a video of him post game eating pizza with a shirt off. He's ripped. He's funny. He's just the ultimate hype man. And I feel like he would just give the best hockey hug.
Totally. He would. He would. I'd also be a little afraid he'd crush me because he's like, Revo.
Yeah.
But I would
I feel like
accept a
that would make
hockey
it
hug.
better.
True.
Yeah.
Hockey hugs from
And
Revo.
who would you want a hockey hug from?
Who do I want a hockey hug from? I'm not going to go with the
I'm
obvious.
putting you on
I'm
the
not going
spot
to
with
go
this
with
one.
the obvious. No.
You can't go with the obvious.
No. I think, who would give really good hugs? Zegras.
He would. He'd probably be like the rub on the back, the pat, the rub, the pat.
Yeah. Like he'd just take you all in. Like he would like full body embrace you and not like shy away or be weird. And you could like feel the love from him, I feel like.
Yeah. And you're pretty on brand right now wearing that duck orange.
Duck orange.
Yeah. Love it.
Sorry for the delay, guys. My Wi-Fi blows at this hotel. I cannot tell you. So if there's a lag, I apologize. But yeah,
there's a little bit of a lag, but we're just going with it.
Okay. Who's your team that's least talked about?
Team that's least talked about. I have this team a little bit later down in the list for a team that we should be talking about more. But if I'm going to kind of take a page out of your book on that answer, and I'm going to put it up to this answer, and that's really confusing to everybody, but it's probably not confusing to us. But I think the Winnipeg Jets need to be talked about a little bit more. They're least talked about. They need to be talked about more. I just feel like they have a pretty good roster. They have a pretty good fan base. It's just in a weird part of Canada that not a lot of people like to go to or talk about because it's arguably very, very cold. Winnipeg reminds me of the movie 30 Days of Night. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about vampires. It's just dark and snowy, and there's just vampires everywhere. I've never been to Winnipeg, but like when I think about it, that's probably like what I think about because of how people describe it. But they obviously are going on a little bit of a win streak. They got a good coach. I think that, maybe they'll start to catch some steam. So, team that should be talked about more. Or, God, sorry, I keep going back to that freaking question.
That's okay.
Team least talked about. I'll go Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, and they should be
team
talked
most
about.
Talked about.
Yeah, they're also. Oh, the team most talked about, in my opinion, obvi, Toronto, and the Avs.
Toronto, and the Avs. I'm going Tampa Bay Lightning. I think I'm just on that trend right now. So let's go back to now. Team that should be talked about more. You take it.
I said the Winnipeg Jets, which is why Breezy kept saying that. It's
kept getting confused.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got Rick Bones. Rick Bones is their coach now, the former Dallas Bone. Ricky
Terrible
boy.
Names. Rick's.
That's the Rick coach.
Rick.
Is
have you seen The Walking Dead?
No.
Rick. Dang it.
Girl. I'm sorry.
0 for 2 right now. All right, it's fine. Let's just move on.
He's former Stars coach has really found a great niche here with the Jets, and they've sort of really come out of nowhere. I don't think anybody really had the Jets on their radar at this point, and they should be talked about a little bit more with what they've got going on. I also kind of put the Stars because they've really kind of gotten over that beginning of season hump and are back in the top of the standings, but that's it. Not that I really want to talk about the Stars more, but
Yeah, I'm going to go with Detroit Red Wings. I mean, you have Mo Cedar, who's the Calder winner. They're 4th in the Atlantic right now. I've been talking about it before. David Perron, he just had his 1,000th NHL game. He just scored a goal in his 1,000th NHL game. So they weren't doing too good the last few seasons. And again, 4th in the Atlantic, you have a tough Atlantic lineup there. I mean, you have Boston, you have the Maple Leafs. So, I mean, to be 4th, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So
definitely.
They need to be talked about more. Plus Original 6. Come on. Like, I feel like, where have they been?
They've been rebuilding.
They've been rebuilding. Yes, that is true. Thank you.
And,
thank you for that one.
New owner, that's where they've been. That's like, management. Overrated rookie. You put
I think
this
we
one
both
on
agree
here.
on this one.
I know,
did, yeah.
But you go first with this since you had him on here. I want to hear your thoughts first.
Yeah. So Shane Wright scored his first NHL goal against the Montreal Canadiens. He's now heading into the World Juniors for Canada. So he came out and he said that he deserves to be drafted as number 1. He obviously wasn't. He gave the management an absolute death stare once he got drafted to the Seattle Kraken. Said basically that he was going to prove him wrong. Don't know the quotes, so don't quote me here, but basically it was just like, I'm going to prove him wrong, show them what they're missing out on, yada, yada, yada. He didn't do crap. He actually was sent down from the Seattle Kraken, got brought back up, had his first goal against the Canadiens. Definitely, I mean, for a first round pick, he was number 4?
4 or 5? Yeah.
4? Yeah, I whatever it was. I still think underrated. I think for coming out and having such a strong opening statement of overrated. Strong opening statement of thinking that you deserve to be. It was cocky and or confident. That's what we were talking about at the time. I mean, now December, you're getting your first NHL. I know it's hard to score goals, but I mean, you got to think Austin Matthews came out and scored 4 goals on his opening opening night. So I'm going to say overrated. Stamp it.
All right, we're clipping it. I don't think he's overrated. I think the way that the Kraken are handling him is appropriate. And I think it's going to be way more beneficial for him in the long run, despite him being like super frustrated that, like anybody would be, if you get sent down, you're not the number one pick.
Yeah.
And now they're shipping him
Right.
off to World Juniors. Like, does he really need to go to Like, he doesn't need to go to World Juniors and play. Like, why are they, why is he doing that? Is that necessary? But I do think that there is going to be some long-term benefit for him that, like, I think he's clearly got a little bit of something that the team is trying to work
Mhm.
out and finesse so that that they can really set him up for success. So like, I don't know that he's overrated. I think he thinks he's the bomb.com, but yeah, maybe a little bit, but I also think it's good for him.
I can see that. I'll take that answer.
So
too.
like, I
That's
kind
good.
of agree, but
Okay. That's fine.
I couldn't think of anybody else either.
That's fine.
Most improved team. I have the Seattle Kraken on the sheer fact that they now have a mascot. And that is why the team has improved. A little bit of mascot magic, a little mascot magic for you.
Mascot magic. All right. There's the title track of the episode here. I'm gonna go with New Jersey Devils. I know we said we weren't going to talk about it much, but I mean, obviously give credit where credit's due. They've really come together. Jack Hughes had a 6-minute shift. Come on, like these guys are obviously doing something right. They got all ends firing. Most improved, Devils.
Can't argue with that. This week's episode of the House of Hockey podcast is brought to you by
Hockey fans, light the lamp this winter with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers can bet just $5 pregame moneyline on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. If that wasn't enough excitement, you could turn small bets into bigger payouts with the same game parlays. Combine multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more for your shot at even bigger payouts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code THPN. Bet $5 on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. That's THPN for the Hockey Podcast Network. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Have you shopped at Pure Hockey? They are America's largest hockey retailer with dozens of stores and the option to shop online. If you or any of your kids play hockey, Pure Hockey is the place to find just about all of your equipment, skates, sticks, gear, bags, jerseys, and accessories. Plus, Pure Hockey is one of our affiliate partners. Next time you break your hockey stick or your kid grows out of his skates, why not check out purehockey.com? While you are looking for hockey equipment, you can also browse around for merchandise from your favorite NHL team, you know who Breezy's and mine are, and make gift giving even easier for your hockey-loving friends and family. And do us a favor, use our special link for purehockey.com when you browse the site and make a purchase, because we'll receive a small commission, which helps me and Breezy create this podcast. Head to the episode's show notes for the special direct link to shop at purehockey.com. Team that fell off the deep end. How many teams am I allowed to pick, Breezy? Because there's quite a few. Other than Arizona, which is the obvious choice, who just ended their 19-game loss streak. Like, I just can't even wrap my head around that.
They've kind of been on the deep end. So, like, we can't really, like, yeah. I mean, we talked about Ottawa, like, the expectations we had. But so I'm going with, like, Philly and St. Louis, even though, no, I got to go St. Louis. I can't go against my boy, Torts. Tortorella is working very hard in Philadelphia, and he is very proud of the work that the boys have put in and the improvements they have made in their overall play. So I have to go with St. Louis. Yeah. Now that I look at this question more, and now that you said Arizona, and I just said they've already been at the bottom. I originally had Ottawa because I had better hopes for them, but they've already been kind of on the deep end too. Just looking at like last year, right? I mean, you got to categorize St. Louis there. You got to do the Flames. They've really come down. I'm trying to think who else. Probably just St. Louis and the Flames. I feel like they've really like have gone down on the ladder. So yeah, I'll take back my Ottawa statement, but I really did have high hopes for Ottawa. I will say that.
We all did.
Yeah.
Most surprising player. You go first.
You got to go with Thompson, right? Tage Thompson. I mean, I really think he's putting a spotlight on Buffalo. And he's freaking tall.
Yeah.
Not that has anything to do with like his style of play, but kind of. I mean, the guy is just like kind of, he draws your eye to him. He's putting up the points. He's doing good things for Buffalo, and I think surprising. I also had on my list, I took it off, but Jason Robinson, he obviously was good, but he was good last season. He's been good, but then you really start looking at it and you're like, dang, I'm surprised by him, but I haven't been paying attention to him.
Right.
So I think I can go either way on that one.
Yeah, I had Tage Thompson. Sounds weird now that I'm saying it out loud.
Tage Thompson.
Tage Thompson.
Yeah.
I've also been saying words like hematopoiesis, so forgive me. Everything looks weird to me right now.
I don't even know what you just said, so it's fine.
Exactly. Jack Hughes is the alternate surprising player I had on the list. Like, he's talked about, right? And like the Hughes boys, and oh, he's so good, and he's got sick hands, and blah, 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 blah. But like, I really feel like he's had more of a standout year this year and has matured a little bit and has found his groove. So I think seeing him more in the headlines and in the highlight reels has been surprising to me.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up our Wrapped, right?
Yep.
It wraps up the Wrapped.
And my food is on the way. So we got to wrap up this note that says Breezy has opened a hat store.
Oh, yeah, I did open up a hat store. I don't know why I'm like whispering, but I did. I thought it would be. I opened up a hat store, guys. I don't know. I feel like I had like just like these concepts in my head, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. But then like it got me thinking, like, we need to open up our own merch store. So like I have that on my radar, but I did open up my own hat store. So if anyone wants to get cool hats, I thought it was pretty clever because I titled my Etsy store. It's Breezy's Brims, by the way, but I titled it Cool Hats or Fun Hats for Cool People. Just because we like cool people and they're fun. So go check it out.
What kind of hats? What are we talking about?
They're kind of like dad hats. I have a couple samples coming. I'll probably wear one when it comes in like maybe like 2 weeks, maybe.
Okay.
Not next. I don't know when I'll get it. But I got one that says howdy on it. I have like a yogi skeleton on one of them and like the shaka like hang loose. I have a potato on one because I was like, well, maybe I should do like state hats, like, and do like something for like each state. So I thought like Idaho would be fun, but then like you had to do corn, right? Because like it's corn. And then I was like, oh, viral, like a little avocado. People love avocados. So we got some fun. I'll come up with some more designs and more concepts. But yeah, it's on Etsy. It's all made to order. So get yours while you can before I take them off. Because I don't know. Maybe they'll be limited edition. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. I like it. The first time I'm hearing about this, everybody. So now I got to go get my own hat made, like figure out what that is.
Yes. And also I have 2 more things we need to discuss really quick.
Go.
Really quick. The women's hockey Team USA versus Team Canada are coming to LA. They're playing at the crypto.com arena. They're playing on Monday, the 19th. So
are you going?
Monday, the 19th. Yes, I am going. I gathered a couple people to go. My tickets, I'm in the lower bowl. They're $38 tickets, everyone. including taxes and fees. Lower bowl, you should go. Team Canada versus Team USA. Crypto.com if you're in the LA area, Anaheim, San Diego, wherever you are. If you want to fly in, that's cool. Super cheap tickets and you're doing a good thing. So you should go.
And you're going to watch some incredible hockey.
Yes. Super cool. Super fun. I got like 5 people going with me too. So it's like, I like recruit people.
Hold on, my Uber Eats is calling. Hello? Great. I will be right down. Give me just a second. It's a long walk from what? Okay, I will be right there. Give me just a moment. Be right back. He made really good time. I did it.
That's okay. My video or my sound connected to my TikTok because there's a bunch of my For You pages all full of Britney being deceased. Britney Spears.
She died?
People are speculating that has died at some point this year and that everything is like, yeah, and that like her husband is covering up her like death because things are just really, really weird. Like the things that she's posting, and then her Instagram was deleted. And then like the last video that he posted was like her on her birthday, but like she posted a picture of Jamie Lynn Spears on her birthday, like saying how proud of her she was. But then like the video that her husband posted, what sounded like Britney, was either like a voice recording or like on FaceTime and like not physically there. And there's no videos of her like going out and enjoying like going shopping or going out to dinner or going on vacation. Like you don't see any of this stuff, or like going to get coffee when like she's supposed to be free, right?
Right.
So they're speculating that she is not here anymore, that she had passed because she's nowhere to be found.
But she just posted today. She's on vacation.
But did you get actual pictures of her? Or are they old pictures? Yeah. Are they Photoshop pictures?
I don't know. Exactly. There is a video of her.
But all of her videos are weird. And the video that her husband keeps posting is like Britney. It's like her in the background. They're supposed to be going to Nobu. But like she said that she couldn't go out to dinner on her birthday because she was sick.
Britney's not dead. I can't with this. I can't with this QAnon Britney Spears nonsense. Like, no. I refuse to believe it. I can't handle that right now.
I know. I was talking to the wrong person. But anyway, the women's hockey team.
Women's hockey, that's right. You're going. Game. Is this your first women's hockey game? Like on the professional scale?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to say this. It's not being promoted anywhere. I happened to go on Ticketmaster because I was trying to get Morgan Wallen tickets, and you have to like sign up to be a verified fan, and Ticketmaster is a little freaking effort, and they put me on a wait list, so I was not a verified fan, so I could not buy tickets. But joke's on Ticketmaster because my nephew and his girlfriend got verified fans, which means I got a ticket because I'm cool. So, because I'm bad. And so I'm bad. But when I was on, I was like, what? Team USA versus Team Canada women's hockey? What is going on here? And then I was like, does anyone want to go? And then they're like, there's women's hockey. And I'm like, you guys are freaking idiots. Like, how do you not know that there's like an Olympic team? And they're like, well, we know there's Olympics. And I was like, then how do you have an Olympic team but not have like other teams?
Right. How did they not know we had an Olympic team? But see, this is the issue I have with the women's hockey like organization and Team USA. Like they don't put any money behind the women and promoting that these games are happening, or else a shit ton more people would be there. The last game, or one of the last 2 games they played, they broke even more records from the last time they played in Anaheim with most attended game. So it's like, what are you guys doing?
Exactly. So I did the only thing I can think of, and I recruited like 5 people to go with me, and we're going to do it. So yeah, everyone else should go too. And the last thing on my list before you can for real freeze and go eat your dinner, I have to take it back because the Habs reverse retro jersey is so sick. Those are baby blue beauties.
She is buying one now.
No, but those things are freaking sweet. The Kings just played there, and I was watching and I was like, dang, those things are freaking beautiful on the eyes. Just the baby blue with the pants and the socks. It just looked so good. And I just had to make my statement. And that's all I got.
I will stand by what we talked about maybe an episode or two ago of how they look different altogether as a team on the ice than they do in the standalone picture and like in comparison to all of them.
They do.
So there are some that are a very unique look, but I still am not like fully on board with all of them.
Yeah, you got
Breezy's hats. Breezy wrote a blog post. Go check out the blog, House of Hockey pod.com. Read her blog.
Yes, it was
check
a
out
recap.
Our holiday guide.
Yeah, it was a recap of last week's episode. We'll do a recap of this week's episode as well. Give you some links to teams and players so you can read up on them. We do have a gift guide. If you're still looking for a gift, Godspeed. I hope this can get to you in time, but we do have some cool stuff linked up there, and some promo codes. So if you want some promo codes, just go check out our site. That's it. Go get those baby blue. Oh my god, I can't compare with that. Holy crap.
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.